Well, good afternoon and happy Tuesday. Welcome to your monthly message of Thinking Tuesday. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's great to see you here again. And the year has been going so fast, so quickly. It's already the end of March. But I'm so happy to be here with you again today for our monthly Thinking Tuesday. For those of you who are new to this platform, to this type of message, I want to share with you what our motto is. And for those of you who have been regulars here, I just want to remind you because it is so important because we have the answers to those challenges that we face daily. And our motto is your mind is a garden, your thoughts are the seeds, and you can either choose to grow flowers or you can choose to grow weeds. And what we consider flowers on Thinking Tuesday are those wonderful, positive thoughts that we create. And what we consider the weeds are those negative, self limiting, self denigrating at times, those thoughts that don't take us further, that don't affirm us. So we encourage you on Thinking Tuesday and beyond, every day actually, to think positively, learn how to use your mind because your mind is the central thing that determines the life you want to live. So today I have a question for you. I have a question for you. Would you prefer to live your life by design or by default? Because if I take that metaphor of our mind being a garden a little further, if we think good thoughts, if we harbor new thoughts, if we create new thoughts, if we try to use positive thoughts to make us go further, then we're designing. We are really designing the type of life we want to live because the type of life that we live is determined by the thoughts that we think. So if we live by default, it means that we're just allowing those thoughts that are negative to determine the direction of our lives. So today I want to encourage you to really think about the thoughts that you've been thinking. Why am I thinking this way? What is causing me? Every thought that we have is created by us. And just a simple formula to help you understand in the most basic way how we live, how we function is the following. And I'd like you to repeat this to yourself on a regular basis. And the way we function as human beings is so simple because as we think, so we feel. And as we feel, so we do. And as we do, so we have. So you have the formula there. It starts with a thought, and that's why thinking is so important. We have to mind that garden. We have to care for that garden. Our thoughts are precious. So the steps are we think, we feel, we do, and we have. And that goes either way. It goes to the positive and it goes to the negative. And my mission on Thinking Tuesday is really to help you understand how your thinking influences everything that you do. So as I think, so I feel, as I feel, so I do, and as I do, I have the results. So sometimes we're not really aware of our thinking, but if we can even start with the results, sometimes we can trace it back to our thinking. I have these results. I have this wonderful result. I was able to start that business today. I was able to reach out to someone who I have not been speaking to for a while because something happened in the past. But you call that person or you started that business. Well, what helped you to do that? Think about what your thought was first. What were you thinking? Were you thinking positively, I can? Did you have an I can do attitude? And then did it elevate your mood? Did it make you feel good? Did it motivate you? Did it inspire you to do? And when you do, and when you did, you have the results that you have. So sometimes you can track it backwards and really try to understand or understand what got you to those results. But it's always best, if you can, to think first, because that's going to determine how you're going to feel, and how you feel is going to determine what you do, the decisions that you make, the actions that you take. And as a result, and as you do that, you will have the result. So going back to, do you rather live by design or default? And I'm going to share with you, I know I want to live by design. It's not always easy because we're so used to doing certain things, but I want to share with you first that one of the certifications that I have is as a neuroencoding specialist. And what that means is that I help people in all the different ways that I do. One of the ways that I help people is to help them to get results faster and to go further. And that is helping them to begin to learn how to program their minds, their thoughts, to default to their best behaviors. Because we all have certain behaviors, they've just been so part of it that we don't realize that they're taking us backwards or they're keeping us stuck. So how do we program? How do we program our minds? How do we begin to become aware of those thought patterns that's keeping us stuck or keeping us further from our goal? How do we determine that, and how do we change that? So that's one of the things that I do as a coach, and the method that I use, one of the methods that I use for that is neuroencoding. Programming your minds to default to your best behavior. So today I'm gonna share with you the fact that you probably don't realize that, but you, all of us, at some point, we are thieves of our dreams. We wonder, why is it that we are not achieving what we would like to achieve? Well, we got to look at how we're thinking, how we're feeling, what are we doing. And I'm going to share with you I'm going to share with you 8 thieves of our dreams that everyone has had some experience with. And you might recognize them as I mention them, or you might recognize them later. But they are procrastination, hesitation, fear of failure, fear of success, self-doubt, self-loathing, imposter syndrome, and fear of rejection. Now, procrastination and hesitation are 2 verbs. It's something that we do. And they're always preceded by some type of thought. Those are the results that we have. They are mechanisms that we use to move us away from painful, discomforting feelings. All right? The feelings don't have to be really, really severely painful. Sometimes they are. But any type of discomfort within that spectrum of discomfort and extreme discomfort is something that we might experience that causes us to procrastinate or to hesitate. For instance, in procrastination, we think about something and we know we want to do that thing, but it's going to make us uncomfortable. For instance, if I go to the gym, I might think, well, it's going to make my muscles sore, so I won't do it. So we procrastinate, we put it aside, we say we're going to do it tomorrow. That's just to get us out of that uncomfortable situation at the moment. And then later on, whenever that later on is, we go do it. But initially, we want to get ourselves out of that discomfort. Hesitation is similar in that it takes us out of an uncomfortable situation. We're feeling some discomfort. We might have had the experience that we've gone to the gym And we said, oh, when I went to the gym last time, I did feel some discomfort, so I'm not going to do that. So we do not do it. So the hesitation leads to inactivity. Procrastination can lead to inactivity also, because we get so used to putting that off, to getting ourselves out of that uncomfortable situation, that we end up developing a style of putting things off until we never do that. How many of you can identify with that? So those two are verbs. Those two are verbs, and they're actions. They're things that we do to get ourselves out of an uncomfortable situation. And hopefully you'll find some way of helping you through those, because then we miss a lot of opportunities when we procrastinate and when we hesitate. The other six are pretty much emotions. And remember, I said we think first and then we feel. And those, to remind you again, those six are fear of failure and fear of success. Now, quickly, fear of failure would be, I don't want to try it because I tried it before and it didn't work, so I don't want to try it again. But remember that failure is only when you determine that it's failure. If you learn something, then it's not failure. But if you quit, then it's failure. And then fear of success. You might wonder, well, why would I fear success? Well, success brings its challenges also. People might expect more of you. You might have to put out more. And so you decide that you're not going to try for that promotion because more is going to be expected of you. You like the title maybe, but that's fear of success in a nutshell. And then you have self-doubt. Self-doubt is when you doubt your abilities, when you don't feel that you are resourced to do something. But you never know unless you try. Again, it ties it a little bit into success, the fear of success, the success, or the fear of failure. But when you start doubting yourself, when you start doubting your abilities, this might have been a result also of some external, I would say, stimulus. Someone might have told you, no, you can't do that. You're not capable of doing that. So you begin to take on their view of yourself rather than developing your own view of yourself. And so you become very doubtful of your abilities. So then there's self-loathing. And self-loathing means things that we disapprove about ourselves. You know, we don't do it as well as this other person. We don't like something physical about us. You know, when we look at ourselves in the mirror, what is it that we see that we disapprove of? You know, it doesn't mean that you hate yourself, even though some people get to that extreme, but it just means that you are not pleased with something. You disapprove of something about yourself. And unfortunately, self-doubt is developed many times when we try to emulate other people, or when we compare ourselves with other people and feel that we don't measure up. So there's nothing wrong with comparison, but you want to compare yourself to yourself. How am I doing today as compared to yesterday? How am I doing this month as compared to last month? Self-to-self comparison is good for progress. And also, you can compare yourself to somebody else who's doing something that you would like to do. So self to self is good, and self to others also, if it's going to be building you up. So there is imposter syndrome also, that many times we feel that we don't measure up. Similar in a way to the self-doubt. We feel that other people will see that we're a fraud if we project ourselves in certain ways, but those are feelings that come from within us. You know, it's not something that people are thinking about, but we think, the individual thinks that that's the way people see us or will see us. We don't think about them looking at us as the capable persons that we are. So it's really important for us to be able to go back and look at things that we've accomplished. How did we get to where we are right now? Look at those accomplishments. And then the last thing is fear of rejection. Fearing rejection, that sometimes if you succeed that you'll be rejected by friends, feeling that you don't measure up to others and they will reject you because again they know that you're not capable. But these are all self-imposed limitations, self-imposed thoughts. It starts with your thinking. So if you can begin to be aware of your thinking, program your thinking to default to a better behavior or better result. And that's what I do as a coach. I help my clients begin to see themselves differently, see their capabilities, see that they're full of resource. Remind them of things that they have done that they might have forgotten about. Remind them of things in which they excelled, even though others try to tell you differently. So those are the thieves of your dreams. They're really created by you. They're created by us. And whatever is created by us can be undone by us. We are the designers. You are the designer of your life. And it begins with your thoughts. So I just wanted to share that as my Thinking Tuesday monthly message for the month of March. If you are interested in learning more about this, if you identify with any of those and there's something within those 8 thieves of our dreams that you can identify with, please reach out to me for a deeper dive. I'll be glad to help you through any one or all of those things that you might be experiencing, because they do steal our dreams, and as we created them, we can undo them. And that's the beauty of it also, because it starts with our thinking. Remember, as we think, so we feel, as we feel, so we do, and as we do, there we have the results. So all of those thieves that I just mentioned, procrastination, hesitation, fear of failure, fear of success, self-doubting, self-loathing, imposter syndrome, and fear of rejection, they're all created by you. So that should be good news in a way, because now you know, but you also know that there's a way to undo it. So reach out to me. You can reach out to me via my website. That's drcherylburton.com, drcherylburton.com, and request a complimentary confidential consultation. I'll be glad to speak to you more about these. And if you are stuck in any one of those areas, I'll be glad to help you to get unstuck. Also, I want to remind you that if you found this to be of benefit to yourself, obviously there's someone else that you know who this could benefit. So please refer them, share this with them. These messages are stored on my YouTube channel, and that is Thinking Tuesday Cheryl Burton. They're all stored there, all of them that I've done over the few years. And if you do need a thinking partner, if you are struggling with something, you have an idea, you're not sure exactly how to move it forward, please reach out to me. If you're looking for a speaker for one of your events, feel free to reach out to me also through my website, and that again is drcherylburton.com. So I look forward to seeing you in April, and look forward to spring. And my contact information also is 914-320-5052, and that's all on my website. So take care. I look forward to seeing you in April. And remember, as I think, so I feel, as I feel, so I do, as I do, I have the results. Take care. Have a great day. Bye-bye for now.